This is my Sega 19-string lyre, and typically on any lyres that have 19 strings and up, the high note is played close to the body, and the low note is down below. Now, if I'm right-handed, this is a great setup for me, especially if I play the harp, because I can transfer what I know from the harp and play it this way. And if I wanted to play two hands, I can still reach all of the bass notes. I'm not really playing any song, I'm just moving around so you could see how I would move around on the string. The only problem that I would have is that this F right here is a little bit tight, so I will have to go under in between the arm and reach it that way. But lyres are so small enough that you can actually don't have to struggle with that. You could go ahead and just, if you need it, just pluck it with your right hand, and that makes it easier for you. And also lyres are so small enough that you don't even need to play it with two hands. You could easily, use your left hand here to hold your instrument to stabilize it and play everything, including the bass notes, with your right hand, with your dominant hand. Now, if I was left-handed and I wanted to play the lyre, and this is the kind of lyre that I got, I can still do that, except now I'm going to assign my right hand to be the one that's helping to stabilize the lyre. So the way I would hold it will be different now. So I probably hold it this way and use my thumb to pluck the bass note strings. So it would look something similar to this. What I will run to is an issue if I need to use the very top strings to play a melody, because 3 of my strings are way up here, and it's very hard for me to reach that with the left hand, because this part of the lyre, the body of the lyre, the arm, is hiding it, and I can't reach them. If I need them, then I can choose to keep my lyre and keep holding it this way, but make sure that if I need to hit that note and I need to borrow my right hand to play it, that I'm now somehow resting back my hand to stabilize it, my left hand, somewhere around this area while I'm playing, and moving my arm to play those top notes here. But there's also another option. If you wanted to and you're left-handed, you could also go ahead and turn your lyre and play it the opposite way. There is no rule that says you can't do that. And now I need to hold it a bit differently. I need to put my hand right somewhere here and make sure that I have a good grip of it and stabilize it, and use my thumb to play the bass note, and maybe my index finger at some point if I need it. And those two are playing the bass notes. I may have an issue with the very last note F, because again, just like the issue that I had earlier, the this part of the arm is hiding that one, but it doesn't mean I can't play it with my left hand. Now this now allows me to play every single note, and I can reach every note with my left hand. The string orientation, of course, has changed, so you have to mentally accommodate that. The bass note is now up high, similar to the setup that you would have with a 16-string lyre. But if that's your preference anyway, then it works perfectly well for you. See, I don't think of the lyre as a right-handed or left-handed instrument. I think of it more as a piano where you play it with both hands, and you can assign which hand you want to play the melody and which string preference you want. Now let me demonstrate it with my 15-string lyre. This is my octave string lyre, and as you can see, setup is a bit different. You play it this way with the bass note up here. What I like about this lyre is that I could reach all of the strings. The bars are not hiding any of them. So if I'm left-handed and I wanted to play with the left hand, I can simply put my hand here, my right hand, and use it to stabilize my lyre. This is such a small instrument that I would probably go ahead and just play everything with one hand because I can. The issue that you would have with this is the string spacing are quite tight, so you really have to accommodate for that. I'm using my fingernails for this one because it's just easier, and it, you know, if I use plucking technique with my fingers on some strings, I'm gonna have to play very carefully so that I don't stop the vibration of the strings so that I could let them ring out. And I don't have to change the way I'm positioning my lyre. If you had a bean lyre as a 16-string bean lyre, you would have the same issue that I had with my Sega lyre, where I couldn't reach some of the strings because it's hidden from me because it's behind the arm. So that you would have to accommodate with. But like I said, I can play this with my right hand very easily because I can have access to all of the strings because the sound hole is open. Now if I prefer the harp style and I'm left-handed, just like the other lyre, I can turn this around and now all of the strings are accessible to me. There's nothing hidden. Even if you have a bean lyre, it will all be accessible to you now, and you would just have to change the way you're holding it. I'm holding it with my thumb this way now, and I'm supporting the lyre with my hand, and now I can go ahead and play it the string orientation has changed now. Your high note is now played up close to your body, similar to a harp. And if I wanted to play this two-handed, I still can. I just have to change the way I'm holding the lyre so that my left hand that's playing the bass, my right hand that's playing the bass is now sitting on top somewhere here to stabilize it. So either way, like I said, it's a preference. I don't see the lyre as a left-handed, right-handed instrument. I see it more like a piano where you can have a choice, which, you know, even on a piano, even if you're playing all of the bass notes in the piano, the left hand is never really left behind because it's still doing a lot of work. It's just how you assign the notes that you want to play with it. And lyres are so small and it's so easy to play, and you can assign whichever hand is more dominant for you to play the melody. You just need to keep in mind that if you are playing the melody, you want to choose the lyre that all the strings are accessible with whichever hand is playing the melody. So if your left hand is playing the melody and you want it to be more like harp style, then this might be a good setup for you. And if you wanted to play with the left hand and you want it to be more of the bass strings being close to your body, then you might want to choose the opposite style, because when you turn it around, the when you turn it around, it would be in the exact orientation that you want. So I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does. If it did, put some notes in the comment, and if it doesn't make sense, I can try and redo this video and help you out, or just ask questions and I'm happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. As always, happy playing!